Today's episode is all about BTB Savage, a rapper that went viral because he was sadly killed. Alright, let's get into the episode. The rapper BTB Savage, who was a up-and-coming rapper who sadly got killed in his white Mercedes Benz. But yeah, the backstory is he's an up-and-coming rapper and nobody really knew who he was really. He was like a local rapper. But he did a DJ Vlad interview, and the whole interview was based on a home invasion where someone tried to rob him by gunpoint, and he ended up killing the person that tried to rob him. In basically self-defense, obviously. His child was in one of the rooms. His girlfriend at the time was there as well, and she actually ended up killing the person. As he was wrestling with the individual, she had the gun and was shooting him, and then he just bled to death in his apartment. But he went and told this whole interview on DJ Vlad. That's what most people feel like got him killed, because literally days after he had done the interview, he was killed in his Mercedes. So a lot of people are looking at DJ Vlad like, because Vlad, if you don't know DJ Vlad, you probably do know him. He's a big interviewer in the culture. You know, the attempt on to rob him and kill him, and he's saying he's glad that the guy was dying. Apparently he said that the guy was saying, "Oh, please take me to the hospital," after he was shot, and then he was like, nah, you should die. He was just really gloating and saying how he was happy the guy died, smiling, and yeah, it wasn't nice. I watched it after he had died, after the rapper had died, and I thought, oh, this is eerie. And also I was thinking, this is really silly, because he was a young rapper, but he died the following day, if not the same day. I think it was the following day he was killed. So, you know, the interview wasn't great, but reposting the interview on his Instagram, and the bloody picture he posted as well of their friend's blood basically on the ground on his apartment, was probably what pushed those guys to the edge. I thought, we got to get this guy straight away, and they did. Killed him. I think his girlfriend episode. I just thought, let me speak on this one because it went super viral at one point. But yeah, that's it. This is fresh hip hop opinion. Peace and love.